Right, hello, but it's the moment we've all been waiting for, isn't it? It's race 2 of the Cockshoot Cup here live at Donington Park. Like yesterday, actually, we're going to go up to the Goddard Suite and bring you the action from up there. But of course, we couldn't not come down to the assembly area, could we? Let's just see how Ray Collier is feeling. There you go. We're feeling good for this one.
Well, there's only so much you can do when you're down a bit of horsepower, but I'll do my best. It's all we can do. So it is pretty warm, but the ZRs are quicker through the corners, and the ZSs have got the legs, and he's got a lot of legs in that one. So, but I'm pleased for him because he's been following me around for a couple of seasons, and he did deserve that one. I did steal that one off him at Silverstone the other time. It was on the last lap. And,
you don't want to give him too many, though, do you?
No, I don't want to give him too many, but you could see it cut him up, that one at Silverstone. So I gave it to him, really.
So you're going to take it back now? Yeah?
I'll try my best. I do feel a little bit down on power. I don't know whether it's the heat or.
Yeah.
But no, it's always great. The Cockshoot guys are always great. It's the best championship for the car club.
It's a fantastic championship.
This is a nice circuit, and we're always pleased to be out here. So hopefully I'll see you guys afterwards, and at least there's a trophy. Any trophy will do.
Absolutely. Best of luck anyway, buddy. There we go. Sounds like we might be down a couple of horsepower, doesn't it? Let's just move through a little bit. We haven't got too long to wait. We're running well ahead of schedule. In fact, we're even further ahead of schedule than we thought we would be. I believe the Cockshoot Cup wasn't supposed to be out, was it, until 3 o'clock, but look at the time already. They're going to be going out very shortly. Let's just see if we grab a quick word with Mike Peters over here. There's been a lot of love on social media for Mike here. Hello. Hi. Mike, how are we doing? Are we feeling good for this?
I'm feeling a little bit warm.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you, to be fair.
Other than that, car's misfiring. I'm a bit warm. Fingers crossed, 20 minutes.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. You guys are going already. Off they go. That was quick, wasn't it? Blimey, that called us out. They are literally just about to get out on track. So whilst they go out on track, there's Simon Lowry over there. I wanted to see if I could catch his attention. Of course, we need to get across the track, actually, don't we? There he is, giving us a thumbs up. Good lad. Simon Lowry. I'll go on to number 76. We can get across. Let's get across, yeah. Let's give him a look. Points to Simon. He's giving us a good thumbs up. So the car's going to head out onto track. Whilst they head out on track, we did actually head out into the paddock a little bit earlier to chat to some of the drivers. And here's what they had to say in the build-up to race 2. How's it going, mate?
Too bad yourself?
Yes. Everything all right with the car?
Yeah. Nothing a hammer can't fix.
Yeah.
New front end got delivered this morning, so I'll pull back together and ready to go for the next race.
Look, the heat, we know it's hot. What's it like sat in behind the wheel of this?
It's like being in a furnace, it's awful. Double layers on, and it's just, you can't wait to get out after the first 10 minutes. It's nice when you do get out for a bottle of water, nice cold water.
Do you actually notice it when you're actually racing, though? I mean, it's probably bad when you're in the assembly area and then sort of the slowdown lap, but when you're actually racing, there's probably so much going on. Do you actually notice it?
Not until like the last 10 minutes, really.
Yeah.
It's first bit is fine, you just go in it, but then it gets to a point where it's like you can tell you're getting hot.
Yeah.
And it gets uncomfortable, really, to be in that car.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We've had a bit of love on social media for you, Leon, over the course of the weekend. So best of luck for race 2. We'll see you up assembly later. There we go. Leon, we ignore that. Let's just keep moving around, shall we? See who else we can. Let's just cut through, because we haven't actually cut through this way yet. See if anybody else is popping around. Mark Wright yesterday as well. I just wonder. This is Mark Wright's car up here. He retired from the race 2 yesterday. So out there is Mike Peters' car. Just pan onto the blue one there, number 6 there. That's Mike Peters' car. We had a bit of support on social media for Mike Peters yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. It does say on the back, lovely touch there, in memory of Louise Young, 1973 to 2021. Cherish every moment. Lovely touch there on the Mike Peters car. So let's just keep walking our way around. I just love these MGFs. I really do. How's it going, guys? All right?
Yeah, not too bad.
How are we doing? How's it going, guys? All right?
Yeah, very good.
It's a bit warm today, isn't it, chaps? How are we all feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, well, we broke the gear cable broke on the second lap of the first race, and we were kind of ahead of where we thought we wanted to be.
Well, you were flying, absolutely flying, weren't you?
Fresh build, you know, full restoration, and still running the engine in, really. So more than happy with its performance on track. We put a new gear cable in it, and the exhaust was falling off, so bolted that all up. We've just got to bleed the front brakes and we're
good to go.
We're ready to
We're
go,
good to go for race 2.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
And just shame it's not all liveried up, but you know it's proper. It's the excellence Martin car, so
brilliant.
We just got to get all the Cup livery back on it, and the Morris Lubricants, who sponsored it in period, gave us a bit of a helping hand this year as well. So that's
fantastic. It'll look great then.
good.
Well, it looks all right now, but it'll look really
she's
good.
pretty. She's a pretty car. So.
And you do know we're 20 minutes ahead, don't you, on the timetable as well? I better let you guys crack on then, and I really cheers. Thanks. Right, welcome back. The car's just going out for their formation lap behind the safety car. And now we are broadcasting across a number of pages and platforms today. It's because we're going to stay live as soon as the Cockshoot Cup race is finished and stay live for the race 2 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup as well. But before that, of course, we do have the small matter, or I say small, or rather large matter of Cockshoot Cup race 2 here at Donington Park on the national circuit. On pole position, Carl Green. He took the honours yesterday, didn't he, in race 1 to win his first ever race. Congratulations to Carl Green. And he lines up on pole position once again. Ray Collier in second. Just spoke to him, thinks he might be down on power a little bit. Then we've got David Greenbank in third, Mark Wright in fourth, Christopher Greenbank in fifth, Simon Lowry in sixth, Mike Peters in seventh, Brian Butler in eighth, Paul Wignall in ninth, Aaron Jackson in 10th, Mark Bellamy in 11th, David Coulthard in 12th, James Johnson in 13th, John Payne in 14th, Ian Cochrane in 15th, Ian Wright in 16th. The two Ians sharing a side-by-side there. Gareth Jones in 17th, Joseph McClure in 18th, Tom Church 19th, Ashley Woodward 20th, Helen Waddington 21st, Tony Riles 22nd, Richard Johnson 23rd, Leon Wignall 24th, Max Pittock-Holberts 25th and Andrew Thompson 26th. That is how they line up here for race 2 of the Cockshoot Cup at Donington Park. It's about to get very loud with the roar of these glorious machines as they just come around Roberts, and here they are behind the safety car just to get themselves lined up. Carl Green, their car number 30, looking to make it a pair of wins here at Donington Park. Can he do the double bubble? What can Ray Collier do? We know he's a bit quicker through the corners, but Carl Green's got some serious power down the straights here, and there's a few straights as well, isn't there? Big opportunities for all of the drivers. Yesterday saw plenty of action indeed, it really did. And now it's almost time to go again. Carl Green, Ray Collier, David Greenbank, Mark Wright, Christopher Greenbank, Simon Lowry, Mike Peters, Brian Butler, Paul Wignall, Aaron Jackson. That's your top 10 on the grid for race 2 of the Cockshoot Cup. They're getting lined up pretty quick here as well. It's almost time to go. There'll be red light on and then light out straight away. No messing. We're well ahead of schedule here today as well. This race wasn't. This was originally scheduled. Would you believe it? If it's 3 o'clock start, 20 past 2. Unbelievable. We're going to get done nice and early today, aren't we? Phil Rigby with a cracking comment here. England expects every cockshooter to do his or her duty. Admiral Lord Nelson. Absolutely. Absolutely, Phil. This is the moment we've been waiting for, isn't it? Race 2. The sun is beating down just like it was yesterday. In fact, if anything, it's even hotter today. There's tension, there's heat in those cars. We get the green flag. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Can Collier get off the line? Can he get Carl Green? It's red lights. Here we go, and off they go, and off we go. And it's like it's a great start. I think by Ray Collier has it, and I think Ray Collier might have the lead. Let's keep a sharp eye on it as they head up to Redgate. They're going to go oh no, look at that, Mark Wright. I think Mark Wright's taking the lead. That nippy MGF has flown through Redgate, and he's got a big lead already. Just get through safely, everybody. Through they go, Redgate, the very first corner here at Donington. It's actually a short lap, isn't it? So there's going to be plenty of action thick and fast all throughout this race. 20-minute race, of course. We're going to bring it to you live and exclusive right now in this glorious sunshine of Donington Park. Oh, my word, wonderful stuff. What a start that was by Mark Wright. He's absolutely flown. Of course, Mark Wright in Class C. There's 4 classes in the Cockshoot Cup. If you're just tuning in, Class A, Class B, Class C and Class F. Class C, the faster cars, of course. Carl Green picking up the win yesterday. He's Class C, but it looks like it's Mark Wright who sadly retired from yesterday's race, didn't he? He's now got the lead, and he's got a fairly good lead as well, hasn't he, early doors. And I think Carl Green has just got back past Ray Collier. They're having a good dice down the back straight as they come up to Roberts now. We're going to see Mark Wright appear in the camera screen very, very quickly. Here we go, lap 1 almost complete here for the Cockshoot Cup. Race 2 at Donington Park. There is car number 8, the MGF. Mark Wright comes over the line to lead. There is Carl Green, there's Ray Collier going toe-to-toe. They're having a magnificent tussle as they go over the line as well. Oh, wonderful stuff. Christopher Greenbank going well in 4th too. This is what we like to see, isn't it? Lots of action out on the track. They're 3 abreast coming down the Wheatcross straight into Redgate. So it is Mark Wright in first overall. Then we've got Green, Collier, and a bit of action between the Greenbanks there as well. But David Greenbank has dropped below. Sorry, I'm just looking at it. I'm just making sure I've got this right. Yes, absolutely. So it's Christopher Greenbank who's up to 4th now. He's actually got past David Greenbank. Then we've got Simon Lowry in 6th. David Coulthard's had a cracking start, hasn't he? He's jumped up to 7th place. We've got Wignall in 8th. That's Paul Wignall in 8th. Jackson in 9th. Then we've got Ian Wright in 10th. Bellamy in 11th. Woodward 12th. Jones 13th. McClure 14th. Church 15th. Ian Cochrane in 16th. Pittock Holdsworth jumped up to 17th. Waddington 18th. Thompson 19th. Wignall 20th. That's Leon Wignall. Then we've got 48 Johnson and 68 Johnson. 68 Johnson is Richard Johnson. And Peters, oh no, what's happened to Peters and Butler? I think they might be out of the race already, unfortunately. Peters and Butler, Mike Peters, we just spoke to him literally as well in the assembly area. And Brian Butler look like they're both out of this race. And the top 3 come over as they were at the end of the last time. And look at that, there is Dave Greenbank. He's got himself up to 4th place. Wonderful stuff. But Dave Greenbank's retaken and got back past Christopher Greenbank. Still Lowry in 6th place, just seeing if there's any more position changes on this lap, or has things are starting to just settle down a little bit. We'll have to find out what has happened to Peters and Butler. And it looks like Church and Waddington are dropping down the order a little bit too. So Cochrane's moved up to 15th, Pittock Holdsworth's moved up to 16th, Thompson has moved up to 17th, Waddington stays the same in 18th. Johnson, number 48 Johnson, as James Johnson moves up to 20th. A little bit of change actually. Thompson is now up to 18th. Waddington down to 19th. There goes car 68. That is Johnson. That's Richard Johnson coming over the line. So here we go. It's so thick and fast. A bit of dust has been kicked up over at McLean's as well. I'm not sure who that is. I just wonder if everybody's got through okay. Of course, you get into the gravel track round McLean's there on that little back bit there. You need a bucket and spade to get out, don't you? Here they come. Look at that. Mark Wright is absolutely pounding that MGF round. Class C, here we go. Carl Green. There goes Ray Collier. It's as you were for the last couple of laps. Mark Wright had an incredible start off the line. There goes Dave Greenbank. We spoke to Dave yesterday, actually, as well in the paddock. There's Simon Lowry going well. Christopher Greenbank just over the line. Paul Wignall right in the mix as well. I just saw David Coulthard. He had a cracking start, didn't he? He really, really did. So a few changes. Lowry's now got himself up to 5th at the expense of number 19, Christopher Greenbank. Wignall's moved up, got past Coulthard on that last lap. So Ashley Woodward's got past Mark Bellamy on that last lap too to move up to 11th place. And we look like number 48 there, which is James Johnson. Looked like they got a little bit slow coming out of Roberts there. Just saw Helen Waddington going through as well in the blue MGF. So Waddington's dropped down to 21st now. We're still just waiting for 68 Johnson car, Richard Johnson. But already we've got Mark Wright, your overall race leader, about to appear in your shot. There he is, absolutely flying, isn't he? The blue, yellow and white. And if we spoke to him a little bit, oh, we've got waved yellows. Oh, we've got a spinner up at Redgate. We have yellow flagged up at Redgate. Somebody has spun off. I'm trying to see, it's a white coloured car. So yellow flag is out up at Redgate. That's the first corner here at Donington Park. So no overtaking through Redgate at the minute. Let's just see if they can get that car, because it is quite close to the track as well, and it is quite a volatile corner, is Redgate. So just a few changes on that last lap, actually. Looks like Ian Wright has moved up a place to 9th, and Jackson, I think it's Jackson, number 99, Aaron Jackson. I think it might be Aaron Jackson, yeah, in the gravel trap up at Redgate. So Aaron Jackson, we think here that is him in the gravel trap. I'm happy to be stand corrected. If anybody watching this knows better than I do, just got Helen Wallington just about to appear in your screen as well. She's just coming up the Wheat Cross Straight and about to appear up at Redgate. Your race leader just comes right in front of us. There he goes. Carl Green not letting him get away, and Ray Collier's still in the mix. Although Ray Collier does think he's slightly down on power. That's certainly going to have a big impact down the two straights here, isn't it? Really, the two main straights anyway. So we've got the back straight, which actually a little kink. Roberts, the chicane leads you onto the main straight. Dave Greenbank just about to appear, and yeah, it looks like Aaron Jackson's car's been towed away from Redgate. So fortunately, we will not need a safety car, but we do have double waved yellows at Redgate, the first corner here at Donington Park. So a lot of exciting action here as it happens live for you. Yellows. Just take it easy through there. Ian Cochrane just coming past us as well. We caught up with Ian yesterday in the paddock. We had another little paddock walk around earlier today as well. Do go back and watch us. Oh, we've got a spinner as well. Oh no, I think we have a spinner. Somebody's in the gravel trap. It's another white one up at Coppice. I don't know if you can see that, Leon, but we have somebody else, and I think it's Paddock Holdsworth. Don't quote me on that just yet, but I think it might be Max Pickett-Holdsworth in the gravel trap up at Coppice. Coppice. So still Mark Wright, the leader, then Green, Collier, Greenbank, Lowry, then the other Greenbank, rather, 19, Christopher Greenbank. So it's Dave Greenbank in 4th, Simon Lowry in 5th, Christopher Greenbank in 6th. Then we've got Paul Wignall in 7th, David Coulthard in 8th, Ian Wright in 9th, and Mark Bellamy in 10th, Ashley Woodward in 11th, Jones in 12th, McClure 13th, Thompson 14th, Church 15th, Cochrane 16th, Johnson in 15th. That is James Johnson. Leon Wignall's now up to 18th. Helen Wallington's moved up a place to 19th, and I do believe, yes, it is Paddock Holdsworth in the gravel trap at Coppice and out of the race. So waved yellows again, double waved yellows now up at Coppice this time, as you can see, Redgate is now clear. So Carl Green, I think, might have a bit of a penalty here, potentially for exceeding track limits, but I don't know if you can see on the start-finish line, it says number 30, black and white flag for Carl Green. Let's find out what that is for. I wonder if that is for exceeding track limits. They are quite hot on them here today at Donington. They have been all weekend. I know one or two drivers in other Formula have been in a little bit of trouble, and let me just see who that is. And another car coming into the pits, number 7, and that is Ashley Woodward. Ashley Woodward, what a shame, what a weekend it's been for Ashley Woodward. Retired from yesterday's race, probably roughly about the same time as well, halfway stage as we are at the minute, and unfortunately Ashley Woodward's race is run. A lot of smoke pouring out the back as well, that's a real shame. Of course, Cockshoot Cup is run by the Northwest Centre of the MG Car Club. 4 classes open up to almost standard road going cars to fully modified MGs. Do check it out. There's a link in the body of this broadcast which will take you straight through to the Cockshoot Cup website. Do click it. It's well worth visiting. If you like what you're seeing, I can't imagine why you wouldn't be liking what you're seeing. Do Do comment below as well. We can see the comments. Who are you supporting today? Give them a shout of support. We do read them out if we get a chance. And hello to our big distribution network as well. We are broadcasting to a number of our partners. Tin Top Racing UK. Hello everybody over there. Motor Racing UK magazine, the Pit Stop magazine. We're also on YouTube as well. If you want to watch all of our live motorsport in 2021 in high definition for free, head over to My Supercar. Or if you like multiple sports, including golf, head over to Live Sport now. Give us a click, give us a subscribe. Watch all of our live sport for free in 2021 and beyond. So we're now over the halfway stage. And it's still Mark Wright, but only just, only by 2.332 of a second. Cole Green, obviously second place as it stands at the minute. But we think he might have a penalty. It looks like car number 98, that's McClure, has now been handed a black and white flag. And we've got waved yellows again round the Schwantz curve up into McLean's. Not sure who it's for, we can't see from here. But I just wonder, has somebody gone off round onto the back straight? But double waved yellows again round the Schwantz curve up to McLean's at the far side of Donington Park. Mark Wright, the race leader, just comes through our screen. Carl Green chasing him down. Where's Ray Collier? Where is Ray Collier? There. Yeah, there he is, number 10. Just, So the top three spread by a little bit of a gap at a minute, although Green is absolutely closing the gap massively. He's so quick at a minute. He's only 1.683 of a second now behind Mark Wright. So either he's finding the pace for the cars, very warm, I can imagine, but really now finding some serious speed. Has Mark Wright got another problem? He retired from race 1 yesterday. He's still in the mix at the minute. He's still leading the race, of course. Collier in 3rd, Dave Greenbank in 4th, Simon Lowry in 5th, Christopher Greenbank in 6th, Paul Wignall in 7th, David Coulthard in 8th, Mark Bellamy in 9th. They've got Jones in 10th, Wright in 11th, Ian Wright, then Thompson 12th, McClure 13th, Church 14th, Cochrane 15th, Johnson 16th, Wignall, Leon Wignall in 17th, Waddington in 18th, Johnson in 19th, Ashley Woodward, Jackson, Max Pittick-Holdsworth, Mike Peters and Brian Butler are sadly out of this race. Almost a little break in the play here, but not for long. Oh, look how wide! Oh, he goes down the inside. Come on, look how wide Mark Wright just got there as he came out of Roberts, the final chicane here at Donington, which leads you onto the Wheatcross Straight. I've seen a few people get it wrong there over the years. Fortunately, not from these guys and girls out with the Cockshoot Cup. Magnificent driving here. And 98 pulls into the pits. I'm just trying to see who it is. Oh, McClure. McClure pulls into the pits. Let's see. Let's hope that's not terminal. Joseph McClure into the pits, just down in front of us. Stopped in a pit box. No one is around. I think it serve a penalty. Let's just see. Looks like number 5 has a penalty as well now. That's Paul Wignall. We'll have to see what that's for. Or just a warning at least, isn't it? So Joseph McClure makes his way back down the pit straight, pit lane. Where is he going? And he rejoins. Joseph McClure back out on track. So I just wonder if that was to serve a penalty. But the big story right now, Cole Green, he is absolutely flying at the minute. Next time they come round, you're going to see how close they are. There they are, and look at that, Cole Green. They're side by side as they head down the Wheatcross Straight. There they are. Oh my word, Mark Wright and Cole Green going toe to toe into Redgate. Who's it going to be? Wright holds the inside line, but he just manages to get in front and maintains the lead around Redgate. Oh my word, this huge drama here for the Cockshoot Cup. Don't go anywhere. This is excellent stuff. Now over the line, Cole Green just had the lead, but we saw Mark Wright got back in front. Wow, wonderful stuff. You can't take your eyes off this, can you? A couple of changes just throughout the field. as well. It looks like James Johnson has got past Ian Cochrane to move up to 12th place. Now we just wait to see for Wright and Green as they're going around, and I can tell you, that MG of Carl Green is just so quick at getting that power down, isn't it? And oh no, I think somebody was going slow. No, I think it was just back Marcus. Apologies, I think it was just blue flags. But it does look like Carl Green has got back past Mark Wright. We're about to find out, aren't we? He's approaching Roberts now. It's the final chicane. It's on your camera right now. Is it going to be Carl Green? Is it going to be Mark Wright? Is it going to be Gray and Green, or is it going to be... Oh, it is. It's Carl Green. It's Carl Green takes the lead off the race. Mark Wright follows him over the line. I think he did it on the back straight as well, coming around McLean's. He got the power down so quick, he just whizzed past Mark Wright. We've only got 3 minutes left on the clock. But I do think, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. So please don't take this. We'll confirm this for you later, of course. But I just worry that Carl Green may have a penalty, and he obviously might be aware of it. Hence the reason why he's just thinking, I'll take the penalty after the race and go, go, go. If it's a 5-second penalty, who knows? We'll have to wait and find out. But Carl Green takes the lead of this race back from Mark Wright, starting a pole than he did Green, but Wright straight back, got past him through Redgate and had a good lead as well. But Carl Green is really opening stuff up now. Oh, somebody's looks like somebody's engine has just let go. Oh, wow. Yeah, wave, yellow flags, of course, now into Redgate. This is a highly eventful race too for the Cockshoot Cup. It's incredible stuff. Get out of there, because I think something's on fire. So Carl Green coming over the line. He's got a lead on Mark Wright. The gap over the line with 2 minutes on the clock is 2 seconds, almost dead. Oh, is that... Oh, I saw a lot of smoke. Did Mark Wright just lock up a little bit going into Redgate? As soon as I know who it is, you will know who it is as well. So, can we see on the camera? Are we zoomed in?
There's a lot of oil on the left.
I think that's not Ian Cochrane, is it? Right, it looks like Wignall's got a penalty. So, Paul Wignall, looks like he has a penalty. He's currently running in 7th place. We've got just over a minute of this qualifying. What am I talking about? It's race 2. And it's been a cracking race too as well. So, just 1 minute to go. So as soon as TSL catches up, let's bring it back to some of the on-track action, shall we? Here comes Carl Green, your race leader. Mark Wright coming over the line as well. There is oil on the track down there to the left as well. So just watch out. And the checkered flag has fallen. The checkered flag has fallen. That is the end. That kind of called us out, didn't it? There's still 30 seconds on the clock. But it looks like they've decided to call the race now, probably because of the oil that's on the track. It is Ian Cochrane, whose car has sadly expired at the end of Redgate. So Carl Green, fastest, comes over the line and takes race 2. So he's made it a double bubble of wins, hasn't he? We will just double check everything for you. Of course, I think the marshals now obviously just want to get that cleared up, get that oil cleared up. Wright comes home in 2nd, Collier in 3rd, Dave Greenbank in 4th. Just waiting for Lowry and Christopher Greenbank to come over the line. So a few more cars coming over. Like I say, we're still waiting for Chris Greenbank and Paul Wignall. And there goes Carl Green. I mean, it says he'd already taken the checkered flag on the last lap. So A bit of confusion, a little bit of confusion here at Donington Park. Like I said, oh, it's been red flagged. That's why they brought the checkered flag out. So it was actually red flagged. There's a red flag now. Oh, they've ended the race. There's Mark Wright down there anyway. Mark Wright just about to pull in just to our right. We'll put the camera as the cars start coming in. So if you turn it around and let's have a look at the cars coming in. So we'll bring you the classified results very shortly. In fact, let's do it now. Let's just pop TSL up onto the screen so you can see for yourself how things finished up. Rather confusing finish there, wasn't it? So Carl Green first over the line, fastest lap on 1:25.58. Pretty good going, isn't it? Mark Wright in second, Collier in third, Dave Greenbank in fourth, Simon Lowry in fifth. He went well, didn't he? Chris Greenbank in sixth. Paul Wignall in seventh. I believe that might be a penalty though for Paul. David Coulthard had a good race in eighth. Bellamy in ninth. Then Thompson in 10th. James Johnson in 11th. Jones in 12th. Church in 13th. Leon Wignall in 14th. Joseph McClure in 15th. Helen Waddington in 16th. Then it looks like we lost Ian Cochrane, but he's been classified as 17th. Jackson in 18th. We've got Richard Johnson there in 19th. We also lost Ian Wright, Max Pittock Holdsworth, Ashley Woodward, Mike Peters and Brian Butler. Let's just pop that down for a second. The cars are coming in now. Get a good round of applause from the marshals. And of course, one thing we've neglected to say so far over the weekend, and we always like to do, is give the marshals a big thank you. Of course, we couldn't go racing if it wasn't for the marshals, so thank you to the Orange Army. Well, that was full of high drama indeed, wasn't it? It really, really was. Carl Green's just been pulled in. We would go down to Parc Fermé, but I don't believe they keep him. If anything like yesterday, they just send him straight through. So that ends the on-track action for the Cockshoot Cup, but we're not quite done with them just yet, though. And once we've broken off this broadcast a little bit later, we will bring you the full official results, just so we can sort out this confusion and find out what's actually happening. The reason why it looks like the race was pulled a little bit early, only 30 seconds, only a lap or so early, but it's like Ian Cochrane's car had a big issue, leaked a lot of oil onto the track going into Redgate, and of course now the marshals need to get that cleaned up pretty quickly, don't they? We're going to stay live though, just for a little bit, so the marshal's doing a great job up there. Carl Green is just down there in the pit lane, so I'm just, is that to celebrate the win, or is that a bit of scrutineering? Whilst we just work out what's going on, we'll just pop that TSL back up onto the screen for you, just so you can have a little read through for yourself. It was an exciting race, wasn't it? It really was. It's been a real pleasure to do the Cockshoot Cup. It's the first time with the Cockshoot Cup. Thank you to everybody for tuning in to the on-track action. We hope you really enjoyed the behind-the-scenes footage that we brought you as well. We did a wonderful paddock walk yesterday after all the racing had finished and qualifying, etc. Just to see people kind of really relaxing into it. And we went for a little stroll round the Cockshoot Cup paddock a little bit earlier as well. So we certainly hope you've enjoyed the content. Like I say, it's not quite finished yet. We're going to bring you the official results a little bit later in the day as well. So it still says, obviously, Green, the race winner. Yesterday picked up his first ever race win, but of course, I'm just not sure whether we're going to see a few things. Just if you put the camera back up to the first corner at Redgate, I think is that Mike Peters' car just been rolled back across. Retired early on, then he retired on the first lap, as did Brian Butler. We also lost Ashley Woodward from that race, Max Pittock Holdsworth, Ian Wright and Ian Cochrane out of the race. So there we go, so that ends our on-track coverage anyway of the Cockshoot Cup. It's been an absolute cracker, hasn't it? It's been a real treat to get involved with them. But now we do turn our attention to the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Church Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Now yesterday, I hope we still got this video put in, but yesterday I was just talking about that paddock walk we went for. and there was a lot of fun and games going on. Of course, it's been a hot weekend, hasn't it? Indeed. And we caught up with a lot of people, certainly in the Metros and the MG Cup camp, having an awful lot of fun. We've got a cracking video to show you with the fun and frolics that happened yesterday in the Metro Cup and MG Cup paddock. Roll V2. How's the heat? How are you coping with the heat?
I'm losing weight, I think.
Yeah, join the club. I needed to though, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's just keeping fluids on board, really.
Yeah. Final few checks for the cars then, everything all right?
Yeah, seems to be. Just taking the time, you know, getting the fluids in and checking the levels. So.
It's quite a weight, isn't it, from yesterday?
Yes, yeah, but it happens. Somebody's got to be on the later ones.
And at least you kind of then get the chance to make a full weekend of it, don't you?
Yeah, it's very sociable. I went home last night, but I heard there was 1 or 2 beers drunk.
Yeah, we stopped for a little, not too late, not too late, but yeah, I heard that. We just spoke to Mike, and mind you, he's the same as ever. He's just keep going, can't he? So.
Yeah, so we'll see what today brings and get a better start.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost a few, but
yeah. But you know that's motorsport, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll see you later then in the assembly area. Cheers, Dave. Take care. Let's move forward. This is Richard Garrett. Unfortunately, Richard Garrett. He will not be racing today. The car is finished, unfortunately. We had a drink with him yesterday, actually. He was telling us, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get out on track. So Richard Garrett is unfortunately out of the race this afternoon. Let's just move. There's a few cars over here. We didn't really catch up with them yesterday. Kyla, how's it going? I don't really see you much yesterday. How are you doing?
Yeah, I've been all right, yeah. It's been
looking very summery today is all I have to say.
Trying to stay as cool as possible. Got a t-shirt to like cover in water later because I did have a bit of a funny turn after the race yesterday.
Did you?
It was so hot. Yeah.
Because you guys had to stay in the assembly area quite a while as well, didn't you?
It was just, coming down into the slowing down lap after the race. The car gets hotter and hotter because there's not as much airflow. So it's literally like, okay, now I need to get some air.
No. No.
But it's all right. We're fine.
And of course, we go again a little bit later. I don't want to say it's going to be hotter, but it is going to be hotter. So just make sure you look after yourself, won't you?
We're putting another fan on my car, so trying to keep it cooler.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely need it today.
Right, I'll probably see you at assembly area later. Best of luck. Thanks, Kyla. Well, that was actually a little bit earlier today. We went for a little walk around the Metro Cup paddock. But I did actually want to show you a video of a bit of fun with the water yesterday. Mike Williams trying to give Matt Simpson a bit of a joke in a bit of a soak in the MG Cup. Let's roll that VT because it's an absolute cracker.
Got out of my seat and went and sat under the taps. Absolutely epic, yeah.
This is motorsport though, isn't it? And this fun.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
Yeah,
this is what we love, right?
Blue sky racing, you can't beat it, can you? Might be a little bit uncomfortable for 20 minutes, but you don't really notice it until you start the cool down lap.
I was going to say, do you actually, when you're in race mode, I mean, you notice it in the assembly area because it's baking hot, but...
Yeah, not so much. Like, you'd think you would, but like, every now and again you'd be like, oh, I've got a sweat in my eye. That's nice. I've actually poked myself in the eye trying to clean it out before going down the back straight at Snetterton. Like, oh, that was a mistake. Don't do that again.
Oh, get out of it! Good. No video in there, mate. Okay, cool. There you go. A lot of fun in the paddock yesterday. In fact, we want to give Mike Williams and Matt Simpson a huge thank you, actually, because they invited us down for a couple of beers at the end of the day. So we went down, had a couple of beers with them, and Emma Cross from the MG Metro Cup joined us. Richard Garrett joined us as well. A bit of news, actually. Richard Garrett, unfortunately, won't be starting race 2 in the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Car just not quite able to... a bit of damage, I think, yesterday. And I believe the Morgans are about to head out. So that means very shortly we're going to head over onto the start line, over to the assembly area to catch up with the MG Cup and the Metro Cup cars as they come up the assembly area too. So we're going to stay live, so do stick with us. Do comment below as well. Do tell us where you're watching from today. Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you at Silverstone? Are you watching? Have you got the British Grand Prix on as well? How's what time's it? It doesn't start for 10 minutes, does it? 3 o'clock, isn't it? See how who's going to win, Hamilton or Verstappen or someone else? Comment below. So the marshal done a great job in getting the track clear, ready for the next race to go out. Like I say, there's just a bit of a gap, but we're going to get ourselves over to the assembly area very shortly. In fact, we may as well just catch the very start of this race, shall we? Because these Morgans are something to look at, aren't they? Here they come round. Just look at these Morgans. Let's get the camera on them. There we go. Look at that. They do make a nice sight, don't they? Well, we'll just get the first. We'll get the start of this race, shall we? Just see what action happens. This is the Aero Racing Morgan Challenge, but as soon as they go off, we're going to get ourselves up to the assembly area and catch up with the drivers for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Cracking racing yesterday, wasn't it? In the MG Cup, it was Richard Buckley who took the outright win. Just managed to pick Mike Williams to the post. In the MG Metro Cup, it was Dan Willis who started in the pole, but he had a bad start. He got bogged down a bit. And it was Mark Eels who managed to come through and get the win. Tim Shooter actually got Dan Willis off the line as well. Unfortunately, Tim Shooter, damage to his car meant he had to retire from the race. Dan Willis ended up coming home in second place. So what are we expecting from race 2? Final race in action actually of the weekend for us. We're back live with the MG Car Club in September, where we head to Snetterton. In fact, I believe we might be able to show a couple of calendar images for you. We've got the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup calendar. We might be able to pop that up on the screen. No, don't worry, we're not going to be able to put it up on screen, but I can tell you, of course, the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup finish their seasons in September at Snetterton, and we will be live for that as well, bringing you our live exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage. Little plane just taking off at East Mids Airport just behind us. Makes a lovely sight. So we're just going to watch the start of the Morgans here because we can, why not? And then we'll get up to the assembly area for the Metro Cup and the MG Cup. It's going to be a cracking afternoon's racing, isn't it? 20 minutes of action, lots and lots of cars on the grid. But who's it going to be? Can Eels make it a pair of wins? Can Buckley make it a pair of wins? We're going to find out very shortly. What a sight. These Morgans are some cars, aren't they? They really are. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Cockshoot coverage today anyway, everybody. It's been a real treat working with the Cockshoot Cup. Everybody's been so great, and thank you to all the drivers and organisers as well. They've been so welcoming to us. Oh, look at these Morgans, just look at them. Few messages coming in. Siobhan Durkin has said, woohoo, well done Simon Lowry in the Cockshoot Cup, indeed. Paul Radford says, good luck Ian Dowler all the way from Cyprus. Hello Paul. Yes, Ian Dowler will be coming onto the track very soon. Of course, we've got the Morgans to go first, but we're not going to cover the Morgans, we're just going to cover the start of the race. And then we're going to get ourselves up to the assembly area to catch up and get closer to the drivers than anybody else can. I do believe some of the cars are starting to come up to the assembly area as well. So it's a 20-minute race here for the Morgans. But of course, the thing about motorsport, it happens very quickly, doesn't it? They're running well ahead of the timetable as well today. We're almost 50 minutes or so ahead of where we should be, which is a good thing. So I'll just let you enjoy these. because they do look fantastic. I'm afraid I don't really know who's who because I haven't done any research whatsoever, but the lights are on. Off they go. Oh, it's a very slow starting yellow one in the middle, isn't it? So off the Morgans go. Does everybody get through Red Gate safely? Looks like they do. Right, we're going to get ourselves up to the assembly area. Now, what we've been doing in 2021 is actually providing more than just live streaming with the MG Metro Cup. We've been doing, we did a big show earlier in the year called Metro Fest. We had some very special guests such as Tiff Niddell on BBC Apprentice, a finalist Richard Woods, to talk about their memories of the Metro. We've been doing full-scale marketing campaigns with the Metros this season, and here's a little video to show you of how everything has been looking so far with the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Welcome back. You just catch us walking up to the assembly area here. Absolutely no shade whatsoever, so we might be able to base ourselves under. There's a little gazebo at the top up there. I reckon we can get ourselves in there. It's like some of the cars are starting to appear already. In fact, I'm seeing one of the Metros, trying to work out who that is. So we'll go down and have a word with them. I think it is that Pete Coleman coming up. We've either got Dan Willers or Tim Davies in the Metro Cup 2. Is it 58? I think it's Dan Willers. It'd be good to have a chat with Dan actually after yesterday. Hoping to get a slightly better start off the line this time. Let's go chat to him. Come up quite early, haven't it? Well, early-ish, I suppose. There's still sort of 16 or so minutes left of the Morgan race. He knows I'm coming. Dan. First, well, second up here.
Sorry?
Second up here, I see.
Yes.
But no second places in this race, right? Better start this time, needed, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See what I can do.
We know you've got pace. We know you're super quick. You managed to get back to second yesterday. Can you get Mark?
I'll give it a shot. That's the idea. Actually, give him a race. See if I can do it.
Top man, top man. Best of luck.
If you don't overheat.
Yeah, there's just no shade up here, is there? There's just
very, very warm.
We've all caught the sun though, haven't we? That's what we like. That's Dan Willers. Starting on pole yesterday, didn't he? We'll start in second place for this race though. Tim Shooter over there on the right didn't finish, unfortunately. I do believe it might have been a little bit of contact, sort of ended his race. I think we've got Neil Burnett coming up as well. He didn't finish either. I think I can see Joe Ball as well in the blue Metro. We'll speak to Joe because we haven't actually spoken to him yet this weekend. Oh no, it's not Neil Burnett, it's Steve Williams. We'll go grab a word with Steve. In fact, he'll probably come up this way, will Steve, because he finished 4th place, didn't he? So he'll be coming up our way. So we'll let him come to us. In fact, he'll probably park up at bay number 12 or so. Let's go have a word with Steve because we haven't spoken to him yet. We want to speak to Mark Eels as well. Joe Ball's coming up, Kyler Birdseye's coming up. Here he is. Hello, Steve.
Hiya, how you doing?
Not too bad. Good race yesterday, right?
Yeah. No, it was spot on. It was brutal. It was very brutal.
It's even hotter now, though.
I know. I was saying at the presentation, because I got 4th, which are happy days, is that never have I been so happy to see a checkered flag. I was coming around for the last 3 laps and it was like, oh, come on, please. No, it's not there. All right. Another, oh, no. And then, yes, finally, thanks.
Yeah. No, it was. And, of course, you're forming a bit of a partnership with Ben this season, aren't you? He did Mallory Park. He's going to finish up at Snetterton as well, is he?
He is indeed, yeah, that's right.
He did pretty good, didn't he, at Mallory?
He did exceptionally well. He showed his old man a clean pair of heels.
Pressure's on now, though.
It is. Nice one.
Cheers, Steve. Cheers. Take care, mate. Let's go grab a word with Joe Balshaw. We haven't really spoken to Joe yet. He's obviously just watching the live stream. That's what he's doing.
No, I'm trying to delete stuff off the GoPro so I can actually film this race. Yeah.
Joe, it's great to have you back. How was yesterday?
Good fun, but my brakes were stuck on for the entire race.
Oh,
so
no.
I started binding at the beginning, and basically it was my pedal. So my brake lights are on as well. I didn't realise that. But, so it was just getting slower and slower every single lap. So I had to start waving people past.
Yeah.
And then they just went completely on the last lap. So.
Yeah.
But I finished.
You finished?
I had an awesome time. I did some good overtake. I had some good dices before.
And it's all sorted for now, right?
Yeah, I believe so. They seem to work now.
So we can expect you going that way very quickly then.
I hope so. So I ran out of fuel as well. So I was pretty perfect on my fuel estimation. So I put a bit more in this time, in case I was suffering from starvation as well. So
yes, yeah,
which is fun. So having brakes stuck on and then power starvations. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Quite and the heat as well. Quite an experience.
Yeah,
then,
I didn't. You don't really notice the heat too much when you're driving.
Yeah.
I didn't, because you're concentrating on what you're doing. But it's when you stop.
Yeah. And
there's no air going past your face anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, toasty. Toasty is the only way to put it. Yeah. Oh God, seriously.
Well, stay cool, and we'll see you later. Cheers, Joe. Take care, mate. Enjoy the race. Let's go a quick word of Andrew, shall we? Andrew, how are we doing?
All right, mate.
Are you ready for this one?
Yes, mate, yeah, ready.
Tell us about the heat yesterday. What was it like?
Too much.
Yeah.
But just get used to it. Once you're on the track, you forget about it anyway.
Do you know what? Joe said exactly the same thing. So hopefully you won't have to stay in assembly as long as you did last.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just getting a nice tan.
I've seen you on the roof over there.
Do you know why? There's a line of sun. There's a line of shade.
Yeah.
So I just stand back in the shade.
That's good, yeah. No, I'm really enjoying it. I haven't been enjoying it that much before, but yesterday I really enjoyed it.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear.
Looking forward to Snetterton.
Yes, looking forward to that too. September, isn't it? Snetterton's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
You can have a rest and get ready.
Right, I'll leave you to it. Cheers, Andrew. Take care. Let's go back up to the top because we're going to catch up with some of the MG Cup drivers. They're all coming up now. I did want to speak to Mark Eels. There he is as well. He took the race win yesterday, of course, in the Heathfield Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Here's Terry Wood, look, as well. The green machine itself. There's Robbie just getting a little look. He's doing the old Sebastian Vettel, isn't he? Checking out everybody else's cars.
Oh, I just said to him, does he want to find a description of the back of his car? Because I'll be able to give it to him after the race.
Great stuff. Here is Mark as well. I wanted to find Mark yesterday to congratulate him, of course. Mark, not again.
Not again.
We've got to stop eating like this, we really do. I didn't congratulate you actually, I didn't really see you yesterday, so congratulations
thank you,
for the race win.
Yeah,
it's never comfortable, isn't it? And of course you've got the MG Cup cars, you ever get a little bit worried that there's almost too many cars sometimes on track?
Do you know what? It's a big circuit, isn't it? So with the split start, it's quite nice that they sort of spread themselves out and then we sort of catch them quite gradually. You know, it's a little bit tough if we catch some of them there in a battle. Yeah. They obviously don't want to, like, you know, lose their battle either. So, but
it's great to watch, though. That's what I will say.
I mean, I do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but obviously, then if you're trying to chase another metro and then you've got to get past someone or someone's trying to get past you, it can be a little bit frustrating. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's the same for them as well. They probably don't want us, you know, coming up behind them or anything. Do you know what I mean? It's just
true. But it's good fun though, isn't it? It makes a great viewing as well.
I mean, it's extremely hot again today, but you know, it's a great circuit and gets a little bit greasy, but you know, hopefully we'll go sliding about and enjoy it, and so fingers crossed for another good result, same as yesterday.
Good luck, Mark, anyway. Well done for yesterday as well. Let's go a little bit further up, shall we? We've got Craig based in up here. Looks like the car's going to be all good. We saw Nigel out in it yesterday. These guys trying to keep cool. Hello, mate. How's it going? Here he is. Yeah, it is. Here he is.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. How are you?
Hot.
Yeah.
I should be out, but it takes me ages to get back in, so I'll just sit here and have a sauna.
Now look, I want to know something, and I don't mean to. I don't want to. I
How
don't
am
want
I
to sound
gonna
rude
finish?
or anything, but we've had one or two issues with the car, haven't we? Do we think it's all good?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Got the confidence in it. We've done a lot of work when we were back home, and I know we had a little issue here, but no, it'll be fine.
That's what I like to see. There we go. Fantastic.
And if we don't, I'm going to be smiling anyway. So
that's what I like. I always like coming to speak to you guys. Always happy. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Kaylee Twigger up here as well. Kaylee, how are we feeling ahead of this one? A little bit warm. You had your feet in a paddling pool, have you?
Wet my hair before I go out. I was like in the shower, like, just wet me. So yeah, now I'm dying.
You having a good battle yesterday with Dave Harrison and Dan Jones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Expecting more of the same today?
Yeah, I've got to get up there though first.
Yeah.
Because of the drive shaft through qualifying, I had to obviously, I'll start back here, but...
You've got the speed on straight, so haven't you, to get through the field quite quick, do you reckon?
I hope so. I'm going to try.
I know you.
So, yeah, hopefully a good one. Car seems to be going all right, so...
Yeah.
Just going to push on through. Danny will be following me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wingman all the way.
With that cracking bonnet as well. It's just we tried to show it yesterday. Thanks, Kelly. Best of luck anyway. We tried to show it yesterday, but just looking at the bonnet in respect, of course, of Chris Twigger. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic stuff in it. Best bonnet we've ever seen is that. Leon, you might just come towards me because we've got Iago Keane here just reversing in Class A, of course, for the MG Cup. We should have a little bit of time, actually. I'm just wondering, have the Morgans finished already? That was quick. Let's have a quick word of Mr. Gill over here, shall we? How are we feeling today, all right?
I'm feeling rather warm.
I
think everybody's feeling rather warmed out now.
Oh, my word, unbelievable. But a little bit of a breeze, actually, right now, I'm feeling, so not too bad.
Not too bad once we get out there, it should be okay.
Do you even notice it when you're out there on track?
It is a bit better when you're actually out there on track. It's just waiting, that's the problem.
Fantastic. Best of luck, enjoy the race, won't you? We'll see you afterwards, no doubt. Let's go a little bit further forward as well. Let's keep going. Drivers just trying to keep cool over here. There he is, Richard Buckley. Can he make it? A double bubble of wins. Can you do it, Richard? No. Let's move forward a little bit. Now this is Dan Jones's car as well. I mentioned it yesterday, but we're having a bit of a giggle. Dan Jones is incredibly tall. Look how far back this seat is. Look, it's absolutely, look, he's about 7 foot tall, is Dan. I couldn't reach the pedals. Exactly. Let's move forward a little bit. There's Ian Dowler as well. It's been a bit of support. Ian, a bit of love for you on social media as always.
Thank you very much.
There certainly has been.
Yeah.
A word for your many fans out there.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody.
That's it.
Big hi to my auntie and uncle who always watch, Stephen and Margaret.
Oh, lovely.
They normally come, but obviously in current situations they can't come. But so hopefully they will be back with us next year. So more people to add to the clan.
Yes, that's what we like.
Yeah, it's a massive family atmosphere we have here.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
And
it's great.
yeah, all my brothers at home. nephews, nieces.
And I didn't congratulate you. Well done yesterday, by the way.
Thank
Cracking
you
race,
much.
wasn't it?
It's
More
good.
of the same,
It was
yeah?
good. Yeah, I hope so.
Good man,
Cheers,
good man.
thank you.
Let's move to the very front of the grid, shall we, so we can just have a little look. So what happened yesterday in the Hitford Construction MG Metro Cup? It was Mark Eales who ended up getting the race win, jumped Dan Willers on the line. Tim Shooter got up to second place, unfortunately retired from the race. I believe there was a bit of damage to the car. So if we come to the front, you'll see two very different cars here, isn't there, in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Richard Buckley in his Tomcat and Mike Williams in his Metro Turbo here. Very, very different. The Tomcat, a lot of power down the straights, but of course Mike Williams' Metro incredibly quick round the corners. It was Buckley who got the job done yesterday, though. It's a fine looking machine, isn't it? Matt Simpson came home in third just behind there, and Ian Dowler we just spoke to, picking up Class B honours and fourth overall on track. Fantastic result from Ian Dowler. What a sight these make as well, all of these cars. We're just going to stick around up here just a little bit longer. Looks like the Morgans have actually finished, so we won't be too far away from getting out on a track. All the drivers that are trying to keep themselves super cool here. Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
That's all right.
You got air conditioning in there?
It's not running at the moment.
Could I sit in the back, do you think? We go round. I'd love to sit in the back. Will you not let me? Not allowed. No, I wouldn't be able to anyway. But yeah, so we're just hearing a 10-minute delay. Well, thank you.
We'd get jumped out the brownies, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Oh, really? Was it red flag then? Was it?
It was red flag.
Yeah.
Yes, they've got oil between all through the S's.
Right.
So they were doing that, and they hadn't done. They'd only done 11 minutes of 20 minutes.
Right.
So they have to.
They are running ahead of schedule,
they're on the
aren't
grid.
they? So, yeah.
But they've just been given a 10-minute delay board.
Right. Okie dokie. So there we go. Looks like you're going to be with us for a little bit longer down here on the assembly area whilst we wait. 10-minute delay we're just hearing. Let's just move ourselves down a little bit then, shall we? I did see Emma Cross around somewhere as well, and I wanted to grab. Sorry? I've seen the bike. It's over there, but she's not over there, so she's potentially just running away from us. There's so many bikes knocking around, isn't there? No, I did see. I saw her cycle up. Perhaps she cycled off somewhere because Maddie Maguire, actually, story about Maddie Maguire's car, number 23 there in Class B in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Went back to Scotland last night. Yes, you heard me right. She drove back to Scotland last night. I think one of her animals was quite sick. I'm pleased to say it is okay. And she's come back for the race now as well. So fantastic stuff there. Let's go back down to the Metro way, shall we, and just see if we can catch up with Emma. I can see Emma, so let's go see if we can grab a word with her, shall we? She'll hate it, but we'll do it anyway. So unfortunately, a bit like yesterday, there was a delay yesterday. One of the MG Trophy cars had quite a collision round Roberts, the final corner, and of course it led to a delay out on assembly area, and it just seems like luck just is not with the Metros and the MG Cup here today. Let's go grab Emma now. She knows I'm coming. She's put a face mask on. That was good timing, Emma, putting the face mask on. You guys just don't really have any luck, do we, with this assembly area? 10-minute delay we're just hearing from the Morgans.
Yeah, I think they got red flag in the last for the Morgans, so yeah. So again, I just feel sorry for these guys in seats.
There's nowhere to really get it.
No,
look at them all huddled up the top there.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work.
So who breaks the news? Do you have to break the news to everybody? Do you want to do the microphone? You can do it to everybody if you like.
What? No.
We get a little loudspeaker.
I think it ripples from the front and then the news gets to that. But what's worrying is it could be Chinese whispers by the time it gets to the back, and it's some completely different story.
Race cancelled.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't say it too loud.
No,
I might actually
no, don't. It'll go back.
Yeah. Race isn't cancelled. Race is not cancelled.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. No, not at all.
Are you looking forward to this one anyway? It's a cracker race yesterday.
Yeah, well, I had some issues that I needed to deal with after yesterday's or when they were out yesterday, so I didn't actually get to see anything. It's probably not a bad thing sometimes, but so yeah, so I'm looking forward to heading down to the first corner and seeing some racing for this race.
It's going to be a good one. I'll leave you to it anyway to sort everything out. We'll go back to the top. By the time we get there, it might actually be time for us to start thinking potentially about getting back up to the Goddard Suite, ready for the race. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? But it is baking hot, and it is motorsport. These things do happen. We actually just saw, didn't we, as well, in the Cockshoot Cup race, there was a bit of oil on the track into the first corner. Nigel Baston in this car. Here is Craig Baston just walking towards us as well. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
I'm hearing good things about this. I'm hearing it's ready, it's raring to go.
I really hope so. We just get such the worst luck going, don't we?
I just said to Emma, actually, from the Metros, I said, you know, you couldn't believe it, could you? You couldn't make it up. Now we've got a delay. You guys were stuck on the assembly area yesterday.
I know.
It's not fair, is it?
No, not. It's just the way it goes, to be honest.
It's motorsport, isn't it? It's motorsport.
Yeah, I mean, we've been labelled as the most philosophical pair going, I think, me and Dad. We just
you never stop smiling, you guys. It's great.
Ain't got much choice, you'll cry otherwise. But what happened yesterday, just completely out of our control, to be honest. It's nothing that we've done. It just decided that the fuel pipe was going to dislodge itself, and I just lost all drive and got punted in the back by a Metro. I apologised to him because I was in his way. But that's just one of those things.
It's motorsport. It happens in Formula One. It happens everywhere. It's one of those things.
It certainly does. So we'll cheer him on and see how he gets on.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Take it apart and hopefully it doesn't need setting fire to.
Craig, thanks for chatting to us, mate. And thanks for always smiling, mate. You're an absolute legend. Right, I'm just hearing the whistle. I think the Morgans are about to go back out and get their race back underway. Whilst we do that, we will actually make our way back up to the top of Drury's Inn up there, the Goddard Suites over there. We've already played it once, but I think we'll play it out again because we did go and have a quick catch up with the Metro drivers in the paddock a little bit earlier today. So if we just play that, this is what they said. Earlier today, we had a cracking little walk around the paddock with all of the championships we've been covering, actually. But we managed to catch up with David Jones and Kyla Birdseye from the Metros in the paddock about 2 hours ago. And here's what they had to say whilst we make our way up. Roll VT. How's the heat? How are you coping with the heat?
I'm losing weight, I think.
Yeah, join the club. I needed to, though, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's just keeping fluids on board, really.
Yeah, yeah. Final few checks for the cars and everything all right?
Yeah, seems to be. Just taking the time, you know, getting the fluids in and checking the levels. So.
It's quite a weight, isn't it, from yesterday?
Yes, yeah, but it happens. Somebody's got to be on the later ones.
And at least you kind of then get the chance to make a full weekend of it, don't you?
Yeah, it's very sociable. I went home last night, but I heard there was 1 or 2 beers drunk.
Yeah, we stopped for a little bit, not too late, not too late, but yeah, I heard that. We just spoke to Mike, and mind you, he seems the same as ever. He's just keep going, can't he? So.
Yeah, so we'll see what today brings and get a better start.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost a few, but
yeah, but you know that's motorsport, isn't it? Yeah. And we'll see you later then in the assembly area. Cheers, Dave. Take care. Let's move forward. This is Richard Garrett. Unfortunately, Richard Garrett. He will not be racing today. The car is finished, unfortunately. We had a drink with him yesterday, actually. He was telling us, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get out on track. So Richard Garrett is unfortunately out of the race this afternoon. Let's just move. There's a few cars over here. We didn't really catch up with them yesterday. Kyla, how's it going? I don't really see you much yesterday. How are you doing?
Yeah, I've been all right, yeah. It's been
looking very summery today as well, I have to say.
Trying to stay as cool as possible. Got a t-shirt to like cover in water later because I did have a bit of a funny turn after the race yesterday.
Did you?
It was so hot. Yeah.
Because you guys had to stay in the assembly area quite a while as well, didn't you?
It was just, coming down into the slowing down lap after the race. The car gets hotter and hotter because there's not as much airflow. So it's actually like, okay, now I need to get some air.
No. No.
But it's all right. We're fine.
And of course we go again a little bit later. I don't want to say it's going to be hotter, but it is going to be hotter. So just make sure you look after yourself, won't you?
We're putting another fan on my car, so try and keep it cooler.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely need it today.
Right, I'll probably see you at somebody area later. Best of luck. That's Kyla. Okay, so we're just going to watch a bit of the Morgans here. They will be finishing up fairly soon, I imagine. It was great to hear from the Metro Cup and MG Cup drivers there. I'm fortunate enough to be in one of the group chats with one of the championships we're involved in, and I think, did I just hear, yeah, Timothy Davis, car number 29 in the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup, unfortunately will not be starting this race. So sadly, we've lost Richard Garrett and Timothy Davis from race 2 of the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. That is a shame. We've just got the Morgans. In fact, Leon, if you just come to me, what we'll do is we'll just show you a little bit of the circuit down here. You can see where all this down here is to soak up the oil on the track. There's been so much in the last few races or so, hasn't there? Just look at all of that. That's to soak up all of the oil track. I believe we've actually got a picture to show as well of Donington Park circuit. I hope it's still in there anyway, so we can show you sort of what the drivers for the MG Cup and the Metro Cup are about to be faced with. So as you can see, Wheatcross Straight is the main start line here at Donington Park. They're going to Redgate, the first corner, then down through Hollywood into those famous Craner curves, then the old hairpin that kink off to the right, then you go back up the hill round Starkeys Bridge, and then the Schwantz curve up to McLean's, the right-hander, which we see one or two cars in the gravel trap up there over the course of the weekend. Down a little straight and into Coppice, the right-hander, then down, which I suppose is similar length to the main straight. In fact, if anything, it's probably slightly quicker. Then into Roberts, the chicane that we're looking at very, very shortly. And then we've just shown you, of course, on the main straight where all the oil is just being soaked up. And if you just bring that image down now, if you just pan onto the marshal over there, you can see he's got 2 flags in his hand. The yellow one, of course, the caution flag, and the red and yellow one, which signifies oil on the track. Or a slippery surface at least. So yeah, if anything, the temperature is just rising here. I think we can show you an image as well of the weather forecast for the day as well. From this, we picked this up this morning from the BBC, I believe. Getting up to 28 degrees. It doesn't actually feel much hotter than yesterday, to be fair, although we've been told it is going to be hotter. So there you go, it's going to get up to 28 degrees. We can pop that down now, there we go. We'll just see how the Morgans are getting. Let's just see how long left they're going to have now. Of course, the race is going to be very, very much shortened. It was a 20-minute race in total. Got 11 minutes into the race before it was red flag, so there was still 9 minutes or so to go. Hence the reason why they haven't called it, because there's still, what, 45% or so of the race to go. So if you're watching this, please do comment. Are you excited for the Metro Cup and MG Cup race? And who are you supporting? There's been an awful lot of love on social media for a certain Mr. Ian Dowler. We'll give him a shout out. And I was going to say, I thought this might be a rolling start, but there's a marshal stood right in the middle of the track, so it's definitely not going to be a rolling start. Thanks for sticking with us anyway, everybody. Few messages coming in. Paul Radford, good luck, Ian Dowler, all the way from Cyprus. Oh, we read that one, didn't we? Steph Trevette says good luck again, guys and girls. Francesca Bolton says Monkey and Carver cheering on Daddy, number 74 in the MG Cup. Paul H.A. Hayward, fantastic coverage yesterday and today. Good luck to all the Tomcat drivers from the Rover Coupe Owners Club. Thank you, Paul. Sean Dowler, come on, Uncle Ian. Lisa Twigger has commented as well, saying stay safe, guys, enjoy. Thanks for all the support yesterday. Lisa Twigger then, she also got to say good luck, sis, we love you. Of course, Kaylee Twigger, a lot of support there. It's great to hear from the Twigger family as always. not too long to go now. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We do appreciate it. Oh my word! And look at that. One of the Morgans having to take evasive action. Now we know there was a little bit. There was an oil line up into Redgate. Let's hope all the Morgans can get through safely, because if something does happen, there won't be a second chance. They do make a lovely sound, don't they? So how long is this race going to be? It's going to be 10 minutes. Blimey, we've got quite a bit of time still to go. Let's just have a quick look, shall we, back at the MG Cup and Metro Cup cars. Just see how everybody's trying to cool down ahead of race 2. And cool down, they're certainly going to have to try and do, because just like yesterday, they're going to spend an awful lot of time here up at the assembly area. It's just one of those things. It is motorsport, unfortunately, and we first and most important thing is to make sure, as always, that all the drivers are safe. We've got a nice view actually here, because we can look straight down the back straight at Donington. You can see the corner at Coppice, and as they come into Roberts, it makes quite a nice shot there actually, doesn't it? Look, you're looking at the Aero Racing Morgan Challenge now here at Donington for the MG Car Club. Now don't forget, we have the season finale in September up at Snetterton for the MG Car Club, for the Metro Cup and the MG Cup as well. We will be live and exclusive for that. We really hope you've enjoyed the coverage so far this weekend. Of course, we've still got a lot of action to come. Race 2 for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Now, if you like what you've been seeing so far from these cars this weekend, you can find out more quite easily. We've put links in the body of this broadcast for you. One will take you through to the Cockshoot Cup, one will take you through to the MG Cup, and one will take you through to the Metro Cup. So if you do want to find out more about these championships, do click the link. It will take you straight through. I can assure you it's well worth doing as well. If you have a question about any of these championships, please do comment below. We can see the comments. And actually, do you know what? The sun has just disappeared for a few minutes. It's actually really quite pleasant now, isn't it? It's as if the racing gods are suddenly just smiling on everybody. Just to say, look, it's okay. We'll look after you for the next 10 minutes or so. Tough out there because it has been baking hot. What have you been up to this weekend? Do tell us, comment below. Has anybody been out spending a bit of time in a pub beer garden? That's what I want to know. And is anybody also watching this and watching the Formula One? If you are, comment below. Tell me, how is Lewis Hamilton getting on? Because it started, didn't it, about half an hour ago. So do tell me. I'd like to know. So we are on an unexpected delay here. Fortunately, the Morgan race ahead of us was red flagged. I think quite. I'm seeing a few comments here actually about something's happened in the F1. So somebody could fill me in. That would be absolutely wonderful. So thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We will be racing soon, I can assure you of that. You're just looking down the back straight here at Donington Park. Not too long to go. We're quite used to delays, aren't we? In fact, we had quite a big one, didn't we, Leon, at Alton Park? Do you remember in the rain? And we literally had to stand on the podium and fill for 40 minutes solid. And we did that without any assets as well that time. No video assets or anything. Whilst we're waiting, actually, we've already played it, but we'll play it again because it's a cracking little clip. We talk about keeping cool. We had a lot of fun in the paddock yesterday afternoon. We caught up with Matt Simpson and Mike Williams, they were having a lot of fooling around with the water. And Mike Williams almost got an absolute soaking. Here's what happened.
At my seat and when it's sat under the taps. Absolutely epic, yeah.
This is motorsport though, isn't it? And this fun. Yeah. This is what we want.
Yeah,
this is what we love, right?
Blue sky racing, you can't beat it, can you? It might be a little bit uncomfortable for 20 minutes, but you don't really notice it until you start the cool down lap.
I was going to say, do you actually, that when you're in race mode, I mean, you notice it in the assembly area because it's baking hot, but...
Yeah, not so much. Like, you'd think you would, but like, every now and again you'd be like, oh, I've got sweat in my eye. That's nice. I've actually poked myself in the eye trying to clean it out before going down the back straight at Snetterton. Like, oh, that was a mistake. Don't do that again.
Oh, get it out of it. There you go, a lot of fun in the paddock yesterday. We wanted to give Mike Williams and Matt Simpson a thank you as well. They invited us down for a couple of beers last night. We went down, had a couple of drinks. Henry Cross joined us as well from the MG Metro Cup. Richard Guerra joined us for a bit too. And I do just want to give a bit of a shout out as well. I've had a message from Emma Cross and I'd like to give a shout out to her girls, Katie and Danielle, and baby Rowan as well. I hope you're all well, staying safe, keeping cool this weekend. If you're watching, hello. If you're watching, do comment. If you've got a message for Emma, please do drop it below. We will be able to see it and we will read it out. Now, yesterday as well, we actually spoke to quite a few of the drivers as well. We did speak to Matt Simpson, you just heard from him then. We spoke to a number of drivers actually in the paddock as well, from the MG Cup and the Metro Cup as well. So we can play that video out. I believe we have it actually. If we do have it, yes. You must have known I was coming, right? Like, nice hat, by the way. I like that.
Oh, dear.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You look like you had it relatively in control. Anyway, certainly for the second half of the race.
Yeah, reasonably. Yeah, reasonably. Yeah.
Mike just couldn't get that close to you, and then you sort of. I mean, he got you at the start, but we expect that, don't we, in this Metro?
Yeah.
Where did you get him back out on the track? Because I didn't see it. Was it coming into Roberts, the final chicane? Or?
No, I think it was coming up to the Coppice, I think.
Coppice, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. You don't care, do you? You won the race.
No
one cares. No one cares. Of course, we've got to do it all again tomorrow, so more of the same, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be on it tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been round here. I've always been pretty quick. So he's my circuit, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what happens tomorrow. Hopefully the same or something similar.
Top man, Richard. Well done. Enjoy the evening, won't you, buddy? Congratulations, Richard Buckley picking up the outright win. Fantastic stuff. We've got Maddie Maguire over here as well. Let's grab a quick word with Maddie, shall we? Maddie. I'm very well. Cooling off a little bit now, are we?
Just a bit, yeah.
It was baking out there. What was it like behind the wheel of the car?
Horrible.
Was it quite fun out on track though? There was a lot of action going on, wasn't there, with the Metros as well? There's so many cars out on the grid.
Absolutely,
what's it like?
But the action for me wasn't of the good kind, unfortunately.
No, but it is motorsport. Everything okay for tomorrow? We're going to be back out?
I'm definitely going to go back out, but yeah, if you buy new tyres, make sure you put them all the way around and not just on the front. The rear end just came around and seen me going off into the gravel several times, but yeah, all good from that.
Bit of a learner then, eh?
Yeah, just a bit. Don't be stingy.
Enjoy the night, forget about today and go again tomorrow.
A few beers tonight, that will do me.
That's it. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Right, cheers.
Take care, guys. There's Mr. Simpson picking up yet another podium.
My first podium here.
That'll do you though, won't it?
Yeah. I couldn't live with them guys. once we got past the first couple of laps, tyres went off.
I saw though as you came over the line, it was hand out the window though, wasn't it? So you happy?
Oh yeah, no, I was happy. I was pushing really hard throughout the race, so I thought I could still see him. So if something happens, I've got to keep going as hard as I can just to keep in the shot of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I went and sat under those taps.
Do you know, I'm just saying to the camera, what is Mike Williams? We're not going to go anywhere near him right now. Leon, just have a look over here. Mike Williams, right in the middle there. What a giant kid, isn't he? Look at him. He's right in the middle, chucking water over everybody. What a kid.
Brilliant. Well, that's exactly the first thing I did. I came and got out of my seat and went and sat under the taps. Absolutely epic, yeah.
This is motorsport, though, isn't it? And this fun.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
Yeah,
this is what we love, right?
Blue sky racing, you can't beat it, can you? Might be a little bit uncomfortable for 20 minutes, but you don't really notice it until you start the cool-down lap.
I was going to say, do you actually, when you're in race mode, I mean, you notice it in the assembly area because it's baking hot, but...
Yeah, not so much. Like, you'd think you would, but like, every now and again you'd be like, oh, I've got a sweat in my eye. That's nice. I've actually poked myself in the eye trying to clean it out before going down the back straight at Snetterton. Like, oh, that was a mistake. Don't do that again.
Oh, get out of it! Mike, just before you go, very, very quickly.
Hello, Ian.
You giant kid, aren't you?
Yeah.
What a big kid, that's what
I told you I'd come here for fun. You believe me now, don't you?
I do believe you now. Look, I just spoke to Richard Buckley and he said you're going to be on it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'll be back on it.
Yeah.
I'll be on it tonight first, though. Yeah. I mean, look, it's boiling hot.
You're having a good time.
It's a bit of water.
It's the only thing that matters. There
exactly,
you go.
Mate,
I better let you go.
Don't worry.
You get too
You're lucky you've got a microphone and camera, that's all I can say, mate.
Yeah, we might have to leg it then. We'll see you in a bit, mate. Right, welcome back everybody. I can tell you that the checkered flag has now fallen on that Morgan race, so it does mean we will be going racing in a matter of minutes. And how exciting is that? It is almost time for the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup Race 2 to get underway. I know Jack Ashton, a good friend of the Metros, is watching. Hello, Jack. So are you as excited as we are? Do comment below. Remember, we can see the comments. We do want to hear from you. There we go, and the drivers are now getting into the cars, ready to start. They've just got to clear the track from the Morgans as they're just coming back through the pit lane. And then it will be time for race 2, the last track action of the MG Cup and the Metro Cup. If it's anything like yesterday's race, it's going to be an absolute treat on the ice, so do not go anywhere. Here we go, it's almost time. Finally, thank you for sticking around with us. We do appreciate it. We've had to fill for a lot longer than we thought we were going to have to fill. But it was great to catch up with the drivers on the grid. It's almost time to get going. Who are you rooting for? Give him some love on social media. We can see the comments. We are broadcasting across Facebook. We're also on YouTube at My Supercar and Live Sport Now. Do give us a subscribe to watch all of our live motorsport and live sport through 2021 in high definition. We're also on LinkedIn as well. Ian Waterhouse, that's my profile. Do connect with me on LinkedIn. We're also on Twitch as well, Live Sport Now. If there are any Twitchers out there, give us a follow. We're also, that's right, another one. We're also on Twitter as well, at Ian Waterhouse 1. So do give us a retweet this broadcast. Let's get it out to as many eyeballs as we possibly can, shall we? It's been a long wait, but as the famous slogan says, good things come to those who wait. And they certainly do, because it's almost time now for the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. As you can see, They're lining up, obviously, in championship order. Richard Buckley there. It's all good, is it, Craig? Big thumbs up from Craig Baston there. His dad, Nigel Baston, is going to be taking this car out. So Richard Buckley versus Mike Williams in Class C in the MG Cup. That is going to be a cracking race, isn't it? Mark Eels and Dan Willers are lining up alongside each other in the Metro Cup. It's getting exciting, it's getting tense. Richard Buckley, Mike Williams, there's Matt Simpson, Ian Dowler, Peter Birchall there, Dan Jones. We've got Kevin Burke up there, Dave Harrison, Kelly Twigger, start a little bit further down the order, but finally the lights are on the safety car. They will follow the safety car out, do a lap behind the safety car, line up on the grid, and away they will go. Now we spoke to Mike Williams a little bit earlier actually. He's got slightly smaller wheels on the front this time. See if he can do something to combat Richard Buckley. What a beautiful sight this is. There goes Baston there, number 92 in Class C. Bowman also in Class C. Here come the Metros as well. What a wonderful sight these Metros make. We need to come up with a name for a collection of Metros, don't we? A mother of Metros. That's terrible. So the cars have just followed the safety car around for a formation lap. It's actually quite a short lap. It's a shorter lap than we think actually here at Donington. It's the national circuit, so they use the chicane at Roberts to end the lap and then come straight on to the start-finish line. The Wheatcross straight here at Donington Park. And around they go. So unfortunately, as we said before, I think we've lost Tim Davies from this race. We've also lost Richard Garrard as well with the Metros. But there will still be plenty of cars out on the grid. It's a mixed grid. If you're just tuning in, you're not familiar with the Metro Cup or the MG Cup this season. They've been sharing a grid, except for at Mallory Park. The Metros are at Mallory Park by themselves. So there they go around. That's Suck McLean's at the far side of the circuit. They're a little straight, and they'll come round into Coppice up here. Now it'll be a split start as well, so the MG Cup cars will go first, and it'll be a delay of about 10 seconds. It'll be up for the Metros to go. Now, of course, the leading Metros will catch up to the MG Cup cars quite quick. Now, of course, you've got to follow this on TSL. They mix the entire grid through the order, so it can be quite tricky to follow, but I'll keep you up to speed with everything as it happens. They're just coming down the back straight now. They'll come through Roberts very shortly. It's final little chicane here. We wouldn't want to be this marshal stood right in the middle of the road, because the MG Cup cars are all going to have to drive right past the lip. Do an incredible job, the marshals, don't they? Big thank you. We just would not be able to go racing if it wasn't for the marshals. Yeah, very brave, stood in the middle with the cars having to come through. Peter Birchall with number 13, unlucky for fun, but Peter Birchall always goes very, very well in that monster MG. Multiple classes, of course, in the MG Cup. The Metro Cup is a one-make series, started in 1992. It's been going every single season since. Incredible stuff. So three classes in the MG Cup, Class A, Class B and Class C. Class C cars are the sort of front runners overall. Richard Buckley is in Class C, as is Mike Williams. Drivers to watch out for Class B. Certainly Ian Dowler picked up the Class B honours yesterday. And in Class A, you've got Stephen Harley, John Gill, Iago Keane, Ian Bolton. Look at these Metros just lining up to one make series, of course, for the Metros. Kyla Birdseye down there, number 95. I think that's the best looking Metro. What do you think? Comment below, have a look at them. What's the best looking Metro out there? Just hearing from the marshals down there. Tony Howe and Les Tyler has managed to get onto the grid. They had to go out lunchtime behind the safety car to complete their laps. But here we go. Red lights are on. Remember, what will happen is the MG Cup cars will go first and off they go. Let's see. Can Mike Williams get a good start again this time? Richard Buckley tucks in behind me. Looks like Matthew Simpson might have had a good start. The Union Jack gets waved and off go the Metros as well. And Dan Williams once again doesn't quite get a start I think he's wanted. But all the MG Cup cars look like they're getting through Redgate safely. Yes, they do, and I think it's Mark Eales who once again takes the lead in the Metro Cup. Yes, he does. And Dan Williams this time manages to hold on to second place. Does he? Yes, he does. And I think it's that Steve Williams who's gone around the outside to take third place too. So it looks like everybody gets through safely. We're going to find out shortly as they're going to come round up into the Schwantz curve. Let's just see who, first of all, leads in the... Oh, look at that. Look at Matthew Simpson. It looks like Simpson's got past Buckley as well, and he's all over the back of Mike Williams in the Cherry Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Incredible stuff. Looks like Ian Dowler's had a good start as well. I think Peter Birchall might have dropped back. I think Kevin Burke's moved up through the field quite nicely as well. Mark Eales is already up to the back of, is that Nigel Baston there? So it's Eales, Willers. Oh, and someone's gone off. Is that Robbie Kennan? No, it's not Robbie Kennan. Let's see. Is it, I'm trying to see it. Is it Tim Shooter? Sorry, Leon. It's Tim Shooter who's gone off. Oh no, Tim Shooter's gone off at the entry into McLean's. He's in the gravel trap. He's going to struggle to get out of there. We've got waved yellows. And Simpson takes the lead. Simpson's got past Mike Williams. Matt Simpson leads in the MG Cup. Wow, incredible stuff. And Buckley's now trying to make a move on Mike Williams. So he's known he's got incredible pace coming up there. Let's just have a look. Mike Williams slams the door shut. Is he going to try and get up the inside? And Simpson, no, he can't do it. Wow, what a wonderful first lap we've had here in Donington Park. And Eales from Willers. Williams is up to third place. Steve Williams is up to fourth. Goodwin is in fourth place. Wow, incredible stuff. And Les Tyler's moved to infield. I think Kyla Birdseye is going to get past Tyler. Has Tyler got an issue? Has Les Tyler got an issue with his car? Now we're going to have obviously double waved yellows up at McLean's because Tim Shooter is out of this race, unfortunately. Oh, this is incredible stuff. This is great racing. Do not go anywhere. We're in for an absolute feast all throughout this race. I can assure you, we will not want to miss this. This has been worth the wait already. Unfortunately, Tim Shooter, it's just not been his weekend, has it? Of course, Tim Shooter, double winner at Brands Hatch in the season opener. Unfortunately, he will not finish either of the races here at Donington Park. It's not been kind to him, but it is Simpson, the leader in the MG Cup, followed by Williams, Buckley, Dowler, Burke, Jones, Birchall, Harrison, Twigger has moved up a place, Bowman, and then Bolton, Gill, Maguire, Highly Keen, and then Mark Eales, your leader in the Metro Cup, with Willers in second, Williams third, Goodwin fourth, Kennan fifth, Wood sixth, Ball seventh, James eighth, Moore ninth, Tyler has dropped down to 10th. In fact, Tyler's now 11th, wasn't he? Birdseye got past Tyler. We'll keep an eye on Les Tyler. Can he make it around? There is Eales, your race leader in the Metro Cup. There is Dan Willers. There is Steve Williams going incredibly well, isn't he? There's Goodwin. There's Kennan. It's only his second ever race weekend for Robbie Kennan. He's had an absolute stormer so far this weekend. And Les Tyler's going back up to speed and having a good battle with Kyla Birdseye. And there is Tony Howe and Andrew Ewins. There's Chris Savory and Pete Coleman just coming through as well. So Tim Shooter's car just gets taken away. Hot action indeed. Thank you, Leon. Sorry, my attention was diverted at the far side of the track, but you've brought it back swiftly. So lots of action down the back straight here at Donington. What a wonderful race we're seeing so far. I don't think Tim Shooter will quite agree, but a bit of dust has been kicked up over at McLean's. And it's Buckley's got past Williams as well. So Simpson leads from Richard Buckley, and now Mike Williams has been relegated down to 3rd place. Oh my word, there's Ian Downer as well. Look, he's going incredibly well, isn't he? Something I have seen there's been a bit of accident in the Formula One. So let's hope we don't get anything here, because this is thrilling racing. This is better than any F1 sprint race, and I can assure you that. Peter Birch, Dan Jones getting back past Peter Birchall, I think, up there as well. Kaylee Twigger moving in the right direction too. Fantastic stuff from Kaylee. And look at this, Robbie Kennan, Terry Wood, side by side. Joe Ball's right in the mix as well, as they're just getting mixed up into the MG Cup cars too. A couple of the Class A cars. They're almost 3 wide going into Redgate. Look at that. Do they all get through safely? Please through. Yes, they do. Oh, it's so tight, and I think Robbie Kennan got through past Terry Wood. And I'm seeing one of the Tomcats. I have a feeling it might be Dave Harrison. And look at that, and Matt Simpson, Richard Buckley now takes the lead, and Mike Williams all over the back of Matt Simpson. Richard Buckley's taking the lead in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup outright, and Class C. Oh wow. You just don't know where to. This is some of the best racing we have ever come across. Look at this. There's Richard Buckley. There's Matt Simpson. There's Mike Williams. 1, 2, 3 in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance. But here comes Dowler as well, your Class B leader in the MG Cup. There goes Kevin Burke, Dan Jones in Class B as well. There's Birchall. There is Dave Harrison. So it wasn't Dave Harrison. I thought I saw somebody going fairly slow. Here comes Kaylee Twigger as well. She's working her way through the field nicely. That Tomcat makes a glorious sound as it changes gear. It really does. There's a Bowman coming over the line. There is Mark Eels, your leader in the Metro Cup. Dan Willett still in 2nd place, just about to come through. Steve Williams holding on to 3rd and going very well indeed. Phil Goodwin in 4th. There's Robbie Kennan in 5th. Joe Ball going well in 6th. Terry Wood in 7th. Here comes David James. We've got the 2 BLL cars as well. Keane and Hiley coming over the line, going very well in Class A. There is John Moore. There's Les Tyler. There's Kyler Burnside. Kyler's right in the mix here, having a fantastic weekend. There's Baston. There's Tony Howe going through. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. Andrew Ewing's just coming over the start-finish line onto the weak cross straight here at Donington Park. It's chop and change all over the place, isn't it? It really is. There's Chris Savory about to appear in the screen. Pete Coleman just coming through. Roberts now onto the start-finish line. Oh, this is excellent stuff. I don't want this to end, and I'm pleased to say we've still got 14.5 minutes left of this race. I could do this all day. There's Buckley, there's Simpson, there's Williams. Now, Mike Williams did change his front tyres into slightly smaller ones so far. It doesn't look like it's quite working out because it's dropped back to 3rd place. Ian Dowler out on his own in Class B, doing a wonderful job, as he always does. There is Burke, there is Jones, Birchall and Harrison. So Class B is really shaping up quite nicely as well. It's Dowler, Burke and Jones in Class B. There is Kaylee Twigger. Go on, Kaylee. You just don't know where to look, do you? It's wonderful stuff. Mark Eels out in the lead. There's Bowman. There's Ian Bolton. There's Gill coming over the line as well. There's Maddie Maguire. Went back to Scotland overnight. Came back for the race. Incredible stuff. There's Steve Williams and Phil Goodwin. Looks like it's starting to close the gap a little bit. There's Joe Ball. Terry Wood too. Here comes Robbie Kennan having a wonderful weekend and only a 2nd ever race weekend. And Hiley and Keane in Class A in the MG Cup. There's Tyler, there's Moore, there's Birdseye. Hi guys. There's Baston as well, Nigel Baston in that shares the car with his son Craig. It's good to see those guys hopefully having a fully clean race. There has been a few issues with the car, but let's hope it gets going. Oh, and Tim Shooter's back as well. Tim Shooter's back as well. That's what I'd see. He was just waving a few of the cars through. There's Buckley and Simpson. But I can tell you, Mike Williams is now getting very close to the back of Mike Williams in the MG Cup. Is he going to try and make a dive down into Redgate? He has a little look, but the side's better of it. Oh, it's great to see Tim Shooter in the Metro Cup back out on the track as well. There's Birchall, there's Harrison. This is wonderful stuff indeed, but it is Richard Buckley trying to make it a pair of wins in the MG Cup. Mark Eels there as well, also looking to make it a pair of wins yet again in the MG Metro Cup. But Dan Williams will not wanting to let him go. And there is Steve Williams and Phil Goodwin. They're just swamping Maddie Maguire there as they get past her. Different championships, of course, but Phil Goodwin and Steve Williams are locked together as they head up to Redgate. And it's not going to get done this time. Steve Williams holds on to third place in the MG Metro Cup. Oh, it looks like Bowman's coming into the pits, unfortunately, in Class C in the MG Cup. So Bowman pulls into the pits. Let's hope that's not race over for Bowman. Right, here are your three leaders in the MG Cup, Class C outright as well. And Mike Williams just tries to tuck in behind Matt Simpson. Will he pull out right at last? And he does. And I think Mike Williams might have the inside line this time. Can they get it stopped? They can do it. Mike Williams gets second place back in the MG Cup at the expense of Matt Simpson, who did lead this race for a bit of time. Oh, wonderful stuff. Cracking excitement here. They come around so quick. I don't think Donington Park, the National Circuit, is longer than it actually is. It is quite a wide circuit and can really open up the car and let loose, can't you? But actually, when you consider the fastest lap of the race, a 1:23.067, it's not actually the longest circuit, is it? It's not using the Melbourne Loop, the bike circuit track. That's actually used for the assembly area. So they just come straight down the back straight through Roberts, the final chicane, onto the start-finish line. And it's still Williams who's holding third place in the Metro Cup from Phil Goodwin. Joe Ball and Terry Wood now having a bit of a battle as well. There's Robbie Kenning going incredibly well. Class A drivers for the MG Cup having a good time of it too. There's Les Tyler coming over the line. Had to go out and qualifying at lunchtime. Here comes Kyla Birdseye. Kyla Birdseye's got past John Moore. Great move by Kyla. She's moved up a place. There's Tony Howe. There is Richard Buckley, who's out on his, well, not really on his own, because Mike Williams is there very close behind. The gap is only 3 seconds. And Matt Simpson just dropping back a touch now. And we've got double waved yellows again up at McLean's. I haven't seen what's happened. Who is dropping down the order? A tightly compact bit of racing there. That is all for track position as well. You've got Peter Birchall in there, you've got Kevin Burke in there, Dave Harrison and Dan Jones in that mix. Will that allow Katie Twigger to close the gap a little bit? She's about to come onto our screen now. She just goes over the start-finish line. I think, unfortunately, it looks like Bowman is out of this race now. And I have some terrible news, because I think it's actually Dan Willers who is out of this race as well. What a terrible shame that was. He was in second place in the Metro Cup, but we have double waved yellows up at McLean's, and I think it might be because Dan Willers is off the circuit somewhere. According to TSL, he's tumbled down the order. So over they go. There's Les Tyler, Kyla Birdseye there. There's Simpson coming over the line, so I'm just having a little look here. I do think, unfortunately, it's Dan Willers who's out of the race from the Metros. What a real shame that is. Picked up second place yesterday, unfortunately out of this race. We've still got 7 minutes, though, of this race to go. A lot can still happen. I'm delighted to say Tim Shooter's back in the race, though. That's what we like to see. Peter Birchall coming over the line. Kevin Burke in Class B. Dave Harrison in Class C. There's Dan Jones in Class B. There's Chris Savory in the Metros. There's Andrew Ewins. There is Tim Shooter back on the circuit. Go on, Tim. Take it home. Right, Pete Coleman just coming through. Mark Eels, your race leader in the Metros, looking to make it a pair of wins here at Donington Park. He's done it before and is likely to do it again if he can just keep it on track for the next 6 minutes. Steve Williams now has been promoted to second place, of course, in the Metros. Phil Goodwin in third place, Terry Wood in fourth, Joe Ball in fifth. There goes David James. Here's Robbie Kennan. Here's the two Class A's, Keane and Hilo in the MG Cup. Hilo. There's Mike Williams. So Kyler Birdseye doing a great job keeping ahead of John Moore. Tony Howe's got his lights ablaze now. Here comes Ian Downer. We haven't mentioned him much in this race, hasn't he? He's going incredibly well in Class B. So we've got a good battle going on for second in Class B between Kevin Burke and Dan Jones, who are actually in a tussle with Dave Harrison, outright position. Harrison in 6th, Burke in 7th, Jones in 8th on track. So there goes Tim Shooter. We've only lost 2 cars from this race, Dan Willis and Bowman, one from each championship, one from the MG Cup, one from the Metros. Now that Tim Shooter's back out on the track, there's Ian Bolton, Mark Eels and Gill coming over onto the Wheatcross straight here at Donington. We've still got just over 4.5 minutes this race to go. Williams and Phil Goodwin, they've been having a magnificent battle all through race 2. They really have, haven't they? Terry Woodwright and Joe Ball having a strong time of it too. There's Maddie Maguire. There is Buckley, your outright race leader in the MG Cup, just coming over the line. Mike Williams behind, but he now has a 3.227 lead over. Oh, somebody's gone off big up at Redgate. We've got waved yellows up at Redgate. Unfortunately, there's a lot of gravel trap there, so they could get things stopped. But somebody, I think, just went straight on. Then they hit a bit of oil. There's been a lot of oil spill up here recently. I think Les Tyler might have a penalty of sorts as well. We'll keep a sharp eye on that. Just trying to see who that is. But somebody just went almost straight on. Too much dust. I just, from the glimpse, I don't want to say and get it wrong. It's not Joe Ball, is it? Just bear with us. I mean, they're out of the car, they're okay. That's the good news. The good news is that the driver's absolutely fine. That's the important thing, of course. I'm just trying to see who it is. I have a suspicion it may be Joe Ball, but that's not confirmed. So, apology, Joe, if you're still out on the track. But Phil Goodwin's got back past Steve Williams, though, in the Metros. This is his 2nd place in the Metros. You won't be able to overtake into Redgate, so they'll have to go 2nd and 3rd. But it looks like Phil Goodwin takes 2nd place in the Metros. And it is Joe Ball, I'm afraid to say. Joe Ball went fairly straight on, unfortunately, round Redgate, and it looks like his race is over. I am pleased to say, though, Joe is absolutely fine. He's out of the car. But Joe Ball's race is run. Well, big drama in race 2 here. It has been sensational stuff indeed. It really, really has. Of course, once the race finishes, we'll bring you all of the race. We'll try and get ourselves actually up to Parc Fermé as well, because it's been quite a thriller, hasn't it? See if we can. They haven't been staying in Parc Fermé. This is why we haven't been going over there, because we've been going straight through. So by the time we've got there, they've kind of disappeared. So actually we might be better off just cutting the feed and then bringing you a live update once all the dust has settled. Chris Savory just come over the line as well now. So here we go. It is Richard Buckley, a race leader. We've got to 2 minutes. Tim Shooter also just coming down into the pits in front of us as well. So it looks like Tim Shooter is now going to retire from this race as well. So unfortunately we've lost Tim Shooter, we've lost Dan Williams, we've lost Joe Ball, and we've lost Bowman from this race. And Robbie Kennan looking like 1 or 2 issues there coming out of Roberts. David James is now past him. So the clock ticks down. So we just keep an eye out for Richard Buckley, because that will then be the final lap of the race next time around. There goes Kyler Birdseye, John Moore, Tony Howe looking to make a move on John Moore in the Metro Cup. Oh, big drama here. What a wonderful race. So we had to wait a long time to get things going, didn't we? But it's been worth the wait because it's been a sensational race too for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. It really has. So where is Buckley? There goes Kaylee Twigger. Now I'm seeing Buckley coming down now. He's got 31 seconds. So yeah, he will make it over the line. So to start his final lap of the race. I mean, we got caught out in the Cockshoot Cup race. I don't think they're not going to wave the checkered flag this time. There is Richard Buckley with 15 seconds on the clock. He now starts the final lap of this race. So Buckley starts the final lap of the race. Mike Williams in second. And it's good entertainment, isn't it? Mark Eels is still your race leader in the Metro Cup. From Phil Goodwin and Steve Williams in third place. Terry Wood in fourth. David James in fifth. Robbie Kennan in sixth. Kyler Birdseye in 7th, John Moore in 8th, Tony Howe in 9th, Chris Savory in 10th, Ewins in 11th, Coleman in 12th. Like Gill got past Eels, but that's different championships. So next time we see Richard Buckley, it will be to take the checkered flag and make it a pair of wins in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. It's been almost faultless, hasn't he, this weekend? It's looking like he's going to get the job done, not once, but twice. So Richard Buckley, I could just see him coming down the back straight. He's about to come through Roberts any second now. There he is, Richard Buckley. He's going to come over the line and he takes the checkered flag and wins race 2 in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Mike Williams comes home in second. Here comes Mark Eels in the Metro Cup as well. Mark Eels comes over the line and wins his second race this weekend for the MG Metro Cup. Congratulations to him as well. And it looks like it was quite close at the end, doesn't it? Phil Goodwin takes second place. Steve Williams takes a podium in third place. Terry Wood comes home in fourth. We're just waiting for Matt Simpson to come over the line. Simpson there goes over the line to come home in third in the MG Cup, rather. So cars coming over the line galore now. We'll keep you up to speed with everything. Just bear with us for a moment, just whilst we catch our breath a little bit here. We've had an absolute thriller. It's not quite over just yet. We've still got Harrison goes over the line there. We've still got Burke, Jones and Twigger to come over the line. Kyler Birdseye coming over the line now, just ahead of John Moore and Tony Howe. There goes Pete Coleman taking the checkered flag. So we're just waiting for, here comes Nigel Bayston. And we're just waiting for Kaylee Twigger. She's on the back straight now. Kaylee Twigger 9th on track. Well, what a wonderful race we have had. It's been a real treat. What a great way to round out the weekend's action, on-track action as well. We're not quite finished yet. We are going to round up all the results for you on live final broadcast. There goes Kaylee Twigger. Now everybody is over the line. Let's just pop TSL up onto the screen for you so you can see how that finished. Richard Buckley taking the outright win in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Mark Eels getting the job done once again in the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. But wow, we saw some incredible racing. What a start we saw in both championships. Unfortunately, we did lose Dan Willers from that race. We lost Bowman from the race, Tim Shooter and Joe Ball. I'm going to see if I can give them all a bit of a wave. Wonderful stuff. There's Mark Eels waving out there. Let's pop TSL down now. We'll just watch these cars come in. Let's take it down now. Here we go. There's Phil Goodwin, second place. Steve Williams, he's got to be happy with that. And he is. There's Terry Wood, Chris Savory, Matt Simpson, Maddie Maguire, Andrew Ewins. There's Robbie Kennan. I don't know if they can really see us, to be fair. There's David James. I don't know if they can see us, but we'll wave at them anyway. So we're just waiting for a few more cars to come in. Here comes the Class A's in the MG Cup. There's Ian Dowler, I think he's seen us. He has, yeah. There's Peter Birchall. There's Dave Harrison. There's Kevin Burke. There's Les Tyler. There's Kyler Birdseye. There's John Moore, Tony Howe, Dan Jones, Pete Coleman, and there is Nigel Baston. And here comes Kaylee Twigger as well. Fantastic stuff. Right, let's just pop this hill back up onto the screen for you. And yeah, Richard Buckley taking the honours in Class C and the outright winner in the MG Cup. Fantastic stuff. Mike Williams coming home in second. Matt Simpson in third. It's Ian Dowler who once again takes the Class B honours. Congratulations to Ian Dowler. Peter Birchall came home in fifth. Dave Harrison in sixth. Kevin Burke in seventh, second in Class B. Dan Jones came home in eighth and third in Class B. Kaylee Twigger came home in ninth place. Ian Bolton came home in 10th place to take Class A honours. Congratulations to him. Moving into the Metros, it's Mark Eales who took the outright race win. Phil Goodwin in second. Steve Williams in third. Terry Wood in fourth. Robbie Kennan in fifth. David Javes in... sorry, where am I with that? I've just completely lost where I am. 1, 2, 3. Robbie Kennan in fifth. David Javes in sixth. It's got Les Tyler in seventh. Kyler Birdseye in eighth. I actually thought Kyler finished ahead of Les Tyler there, but I'll have to check that. Then John Moore, Tony Howe, Savoury, Ewins, Coleman. Well, that does, we can pop that down now. That does round out the action, the on-track action this weekend, would you believe, at Donington Park already. What a treat, what a feast of action it has been. I've really enjoyed it. I really hope you have as well. We're not quite done yet. We're going to break off it. We're going to come back very, very shortly just to round out the weekend's action for you and bring you all of the classified results here from Donington Park. It's been a real treat. We'll be back.